Hey, what's up,
Hey.
everybody? So, I have a question for you. This is
Okay.
like, I guess,
Again.
yeah, just I have a question for you.
Okay,
Um,
cool.
have you ever hung out with a friend, and like midway through hanging out with a friend,
Oh, I know where this is going.
you're like, why are we even friends? You know
Oh,
what
I
I
know
mean?
exactly where this is going.
Like, I remember hanging out with somebody and like having like no similarities with the same things. I'm like, oh shit, check out this band. He's like, I don't really like this. I'm like, okay, that's cool.
I,
I'm like,
100% I know what you're referring to specifically.
not even that. Like I'm just referring
Really?
to in
Okay.
general. Like I hung out with someone recently from like my high school years, and I was like, oh, why am I even friends with you? And deleted them like almost
Sure you're not
immediately
talking about
after.
me.
No. We have similarities. But have you ever
It's
like done
debatable.
that with somebody? You're like, oh man, I used to like hang out with them all the time. We used to have so much fun together, and like, and then you hang out with them like in your like I guess adult life, and we're like, oh no, it's just like because I
Well,
did that with
not
someone
to that
recent.
degree,
Yeah.
but like I've gone that with like a lot of my high school friends where I'm like,
Yeah.
there's still similarities and stuff, and like I'm still friends with them, but it's as time has progressed and we don't hang out as much,
Mm-hmm.
it's like our interests and similarities have definitely gone down different paths.
Yeah.
So like hanging out with them now, every like it's there the differences are much more obvious, I
Yeah.
guess.
Because
Hey, shout out to the
I
troll.
I remember like I remember doing like hanging out with somebody recently from like my high school years, and like
Yeah,
I hung out with them, and I was like, I I, I think we both were kind of the same way. I don't know. I don't want to talk for
yeah,
them. I just know for me, like we were both hoping that the other had just something to do almost immediately. You know what I mean? Like just okay. And then like as soon as I was like, well, like we hung out for maybe an hour and 30 minutes and just
yeah,
grabbed a cup of coffee. And I was like, I actually have to go. And I think it was like a sigh of relief from both parties. Just been like, oh,
yeah.
thank God. Like, well, if we just
Oh,
like
sweet, that's
weren't,
7 income.
we just weren't like,
It
we
was you
weren't
weren't
just
hitting it
friends.
off.
Yeah, no. We weren't just friends anymore. Like it was like somewhere in our life we just took different
Sweet
paths
dodge, by
down
the way.
things. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. I forgot I can roll.
Yeah, I'm like, what are you doing?
I forgot I could roll. But yeah, no, it's just that. It was like, I was like, oh, okay. I can't roll when I'm not locked on to somebody.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's interesting
Oh,
to know.
yes, that is
Oh, no, no, no,
interesting.
no, 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 no. I'm dead. Totally dead. I'm so fucking dead.
You're so fucking dead.
I'm so fucking dead. Okay, you're just gonna stand there and let me shoot you? Cool, sweet.
Well, like,
Glad.
all right,
Awesome, thanks,
cool.
man. No bonus experience. Really?
It's because he let you kill him.
Yeah. Was my flopping around with death not bonus experience enough for you? Do I have a dog elixir? Oh, dig spot. You're suddenly better.
Yeah, digging is
Digging is
the
the
known,
ultimate
very
relief.
known
Yeah,
cure.
yeah, yeah. Oh, for sure.
Dig
But
out Lucian's diary. Oh,
no,
I guess
there's
this is what you have to do.
yeah, but there's been multiple times where that's happened, and I've just like hung out with like old people, old friends, and stuff like
Oh
that.
yeah, I've had that plenty.
And then
of
there's like
times.
the complete opposite. Like when you hang out with a friend, you're like, man, you, and you're like, this is so
I-
fucking good. You know what I mean?
um, I don't,
Oh, I'm
like
glad I
this.
didn't shoot the Raffles bug.
Like the friends where it's like you don't see them for excessive amounts of time.
Yeah.
And then but like when you do hang out with them, it's like nothing has changed.
Yeah, that's
It's
a
like
fucking
you
good
just
moment, yeah.
immediately get back to, like still make the same jokes and you're still like in sync with each other.
Or like if your humor like evolved or whatever, you guys like humor evolved at like the same pace and like find like
Yeah,
some
like you
similar
still
things
have the
funny.
same you still have the same senses of humor that
Yeah.
are that match with each other.
Yeah, and like it's the point of that, and I was like,
Yeah.
oh, I was like, okay, this is cool as shit. Oh yeah, this is the one that makes me want
Go to fable2.com.
right.
I trust finding the
I don't even know what you get from that. I'm pretty sure I did it.
now.
I don't know what you did or what you got from it. I don't even know if it still works anymore. Who knows? We're not trying it.
Fuck that. Yeah, who needs that shit?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's just been like I don't know. It's crazy to see differences from like when you like from back then who you would just hang out with and like accumulate as friends because it was to a point of where I knew like if I went to the mall I would like know like a good 7 people that were there and I was just popular enough or at the time
Yeah.
which I
That
fucking
was an ongoing joke.
Yeah.
Anytime we went to the mall or like any public place
Yeah.
with you or like let's see how many people that you run into that
I'm
you
like,
know.
and I was like, nobody. We're not gonna run into people, but I always did, and I hated it so much
Yeah.
because I was like myself now. Like I'm shut in. Like I don't fucking go out unless I really really need to.
Just
And
people liked you for some reason.
people like me. I don't know. I may just get along with people. But
I think it's just you have you. Okay, so
I have a funny
real talk
shit-
about you.
I have a funny shit about this too.
Like you do have as quite a bit of like charisma that is very like you don't that just kind of comes off.
Okay.
That like it doesn't even have to come off necessarily with talking, which I mean it does definitely come out with how you talk to people.
Okay.
Like even to strangers and stuff. Like I notice that all the time. Like the dude on the elevator last night.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was trying to think of a joke for that, but anyway.
I'm so fucking sorry.
No,
I'm sorry.
But yeah, like I definitely see why a lot, especially like in high school, why certain people just wanted to know you and be friends with you because some people just have that like charisma that just comes off of them that other people just like. They're attracted to it, not necessarily like in a like physical attraction way.
Yeah,
but I mean just like there's just some people where you're just like I just want to know you. I want to hang out with you. I want to be friends with you, kind of thing. That's
Okay,
that's
yeah.
all.
With the charismatic thing. Thank you very much. By the way.
No problem.
And
that's just how I see it.
yeah, and
Like
I
charisma
don't
score
try.
is definitely higher.
Yeah. I would if I was a Sims trait, it would be oddly charismatic because I necessarily don't like talking to people, but at the same time I don't want to shoot somebody down, and like I feel bad if I'm like if I don't converse with someone and they're just like, oh, he didn't want to talk to me. It's like no, I would love to have a conversation with you because I love talking to the people in the same way that it's like their life is completely fucking different from yours. Like they had different experiences, they had different like goals, they have like everything is like so fucking different, you know?
That guy is really specific with what he's selling.
Only crossbows. And I don't know why I looked in his inventory. I already have a gun. But it's that like I love experiencing people's fucking life. You know what I mean? And when someone talks to you and they get really into something, you know what I mean? Like when you talk to somebody and they just really love that one fucking thing, and they almost get like giddy because they're able to talk about it with someone.
Yeah.
And I fucking love seeing that in people. Like I love seeing
I absolutely
so
love
fucking enjoy
when
they talk
people
about it.
are passionate about things. I
Yeah.
love talking to people, even if it's something I don't know anything about or something that like I really care about. I still love when people are passionate about something because I don't know. I just love that people when somebody's just passionate about something like really fucking passionate. It's awesome.
I got to go to a party and I was privileged enough to do it, and there was a bunch of people who were just musicians, like classically trained musicians.
Yeah.
And like we just got into like a fucking music talk, and I was so like infatuated with the conversation, and I think I ignored some people that were at that party, but but it was just that. It was like
actually, yeah, you did buy a house. Or actually, you did buy a house.
I rented out my own house. I already had a house, but thank you.
You did get a job though.
Yes,
you're a bounty hunter.
But it was that. It was so fucking cool to like fucking see that. And I'm sorry, I'm just being crass and just swearing, but I can't have something to explain how intense and like awesome that is. Like
so that's just kind of how you talk.
Yeah, I know, and I don't want to be a potty mouth all the time, but it was just so awesome. Like it was.
I swear all the time too.
It was a wondrous and magical experience that I wish everyone could have eventually, and hopefully eventually, like has their own experience with, because it is so cool. I know I should buy better things. I should probably just shoot everybody, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's just at this point, my gun is far superior than my weapon will ever be until I get more money. But it's just to that point. I don't know. Like with me, like I love music. Like music is like my favorite thing.
Yeah.
It's just a few of my favorite things, and like talking to people who like share like a favorite thing is amazing. Like when someone talks about a game they really love, even to that extent, it's just cool. Like it's fucking, you know.
I don't really know if I have something like that I'm super passionate about. Like there's obviously like certain very specific things, like a certain game that I really love. But like when I see other people like really being passionate about things, like I don't think I would really do that. I mean, for people who know me, correct me if I'm wrong, because maybe I just can't remember an instance of me doing that. But yeah, I don't know. Like I can't think of any examples.
I'm trying to think of anything that you've been like that like eagerly passionate about.
Yeah,
but...
I don't know. Like I was actually thinking about something along these lines earlier this morning, and of just like how I don't really like. I mean, I've never really felt like I fully fit in with like anybody, because that's just how I am. Like I don't seem to have like I don't feel super strong about almost anything, and like I don't seem to. Most people in my life, like there's always a lot of things that we don't have the same interests and stuff, and like I can't talk intelligently to people about. I guess like like I've always felt really dumb in a lot of areas of my life, actually, and I already kind of lost half my train of thought with this, but where was I going with
like part
this?
of it? I think part of it is like you might not. Like I'm not saying that you don't, but you might not like just care enough to like actually like be interested in something. Like as weird as that sounds, it possibly can happen. It's like oh, it's just like this, and I like this, and I like this. And
Yeah,
it's like
and
multiple
like,
likes instead of like
I don't know. Like I wish I could care more about certain things. I mean, it's not that I don't care about things.
No.
It's just I don't know.
It's I don't know like. It's a devout thing, and like I feel like most people like don't. Fuck, I must have close, but it's that. It's like I don't know. I don't. If you don't have something like that, you don't feel bad. Like I'm just saying, like it's not something that everyone needs to have. You don't have to have a fucking thing. You know, you're a person.
Yeah.
I don't know. I also feel that way with people who define themselves by one fucking thing. I was like, that's just an awful thing to do to your entire person. It's like you're more than just that one fucking thing. That's my one like is music, right?
Yeah.
But I like a bunch of shit, and like talking to someone with all my shit would just seem fucking overbearing to most people. Because I'm like, oh man, I like this shit, and I like this shit, and I like this shit. Like I fucking love all these things, but at the same time, it's more easy to find like one common ground to somebody than find 18 common grounds.
Yeah.
And I think that's like even to what I said before about like finding like having a conversation with a friend where it just like wasn't going anywhere. It's that. It's like. Maybe I was looking too much into like multiple things that we were interested in, just focusing on the one thing. Because like personality-wise, like they were an alright person. I'm pretty sure that was mostly me just being a fucking asshole about things. But it's that. It's like, like if you're out there and you fucking feel bad about like not having like a thing, you don't need to have a thing. This isn't like fucking Mean Girls. You're not categorized by your likes and dislikes. It's nobody is like that in the world. Like,
and honestly, like that's something I have to remind myself of on a daily basis.
Yeah, we don't live in high school fucking cliques anymore.
We're not even just that. We're not cartoons.
Yeah,
we're not characters in something. Which that's something that I have a real problem with, because like usually when I'm like I don't know, I always try and find characters for things that I identify with, that I can, because a lot of the times it kind of gives me strength in certain areas that I'm like, I don't really know how to describe it, but I know a lot of people do that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And but at the same time, it has the downside of like looking for like oh, they have their thing and stuff. Like I don't have anything and stuff. Like
I am not saying that I'm against that action, because it's you. You know, I can't like stop you, but. I don't do that on just like I don't know. I hate
nice angle there.
What the hell is going on? I have no idea. That was weird. But like
kind of glitched
a little bit. It's just for me with that. I can't like fucking. I don't want someone else to define me, and I don't want to attach myself to someone who I think I should be defined by. Yeah. I feel like I'm my own fucking person for a reason. You know, I feel like if people wouldn't like me if I was just like a culmination of my characters that I appreciate. And I understand, like, attaching yourself to a character, because I understand that it gives, like, strength, and I understand that it gives power, because, like, you see somebody and you're like, I'm like them. Like, this is, like, a portrayal of me. And, like, that's...
It's nice, like, it's nice to see in, like, media and stuff, to see a character that you can identify with, because you don't feel as alone.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Especially for people of minorities and of, like, any... or like group like that aren't portrayed that frequently. So like anytime you do see somebody that like you do identify with, it's like,
Yeah.
oh, I'm not forgotten. I'm not alone. I'm not. It's like, I don't know, like. So like that's probably why I do that. But at the same time, it is like a constant kind of like. I don't want to do that at the same time because there are negatives. Like I said.
Yeah.
I need a drink.
For me, it's just if I really wanted to be defined by something, I would let someone have a conversation with me. Because I feel like by the time that my conversation ends, you already know who I am, and how can you already have a great ideal of who I am and who I will be to you.
Yeah.
Whether I'm going to be your best friend or you fucking hate me.
Yeah.
And on accounts, it's both. On accounts, it's you hate that I'm your best friend, or you just don't like me at all. And that's what usually I equate people to knowing me, is either you will like me or you'll fucking hate me. And I'm fine with that. I'm perfectly fine with being hated. Like, I more than understand it. I'm not fucking... I'm not for everybody.
As that super cliche and overused quote is, but I do feel, is very true. Is
if you like it. Like, is that the quote that you're trying to go for?
No.
Oh.
What quote was that? No, like, I'd rather be hated for who I am than liked for who I'm not. And, I mean, alright. You're just
that guy just fucking...
You're just pounding that dude's ass with your sword.
Right? Oh, fuck you, dude. I'm not it. I'm all the ass sword pounding.
So, yeah, I think these guys... That whole message on the top there, I think, is basically it's saying, you're under-leveled.
I'm not under-leveled. I'm just under-geared, I think.
Either or. It's
level-wise,
and there isn't actually, like, a level, so... But,
Why am I...
yeah.
Are you just gonna stare at him? Is he your long-lost fucking lover?
Probably. Oh, sweet. Got some gold.
But yeah. Thanks for watching, everybody. Okay. Well, you obviously have awful aim, so I guess I'll just let you guys go. Huh. Alright. Let's leave. Alright? Ready to go? Ah, okay! No, now you're fucking getting it.